Hey guys, welcome back to Hari's Academy. In the last section which we have seen about Elastic IP, today we are going to learn about a template. So what is a template and why it is needed, we'll see in detail, right? Let me jump on to the practicals. So earlier we have created an instance using launch instance, and then I have selected some machine over here, AMI over here, and then other next options. There are many options. I have selected each and every option, selected some values to it, and then till the end I have got it. I have reviewed the screen and then I have said yes, this is what I have done. At the end I have created a key pair. So these are the steps we have taken. It is almost like you can see 7 steps to create an EC2 instance. So to avoid all those steps, if I want to create multiple EC2 instances with the with the same configuration, it will be difficult for me to do individually, right? So that is the reason what I do is I can make use of templates. Let me go to EC2. Okay, in the instances we can see launch templates. These are very handy, guys. These are only for EC2 only, right? So there is a concept called CloudFormation wherein you can automate everything, not only EC2, you can add databases and all. We'll see it in the later lectures, but these templates are only for EC2. It will be very less in size. It is in kilobytes because it is only the configuration, right? It will not be more, it will not have entire EC2 in that. It will just be a configuration setup. Let me go to launch templates. And see, I don't have any templates as such right now. I can see the documentation. Whenever we try to see any service, you can see that there is a documentation on the right side of it. Amazon has a detailed documentation on each and every services. You can learn more in detail. It will be more than 100, 110 or 1000 pages of PDF. You can learn in more detail if you want it. So let's go and create a launch template. Okay, you can see it is asking for a template name. Let me say it as Ubuntu machine or Ubuntu EC2. Just to identify like what is this template all about, I'll write this will launch an Ubuntu EC2 machine, right? Now there are some things called as tags. I think we have added a tag earlier, my Ubuntu machine. You can add a tag here if you want. You can give name or you can give any other values here, right? For now I am not giving any tags. I'll leave it as it is. And I can also select a source template. If I have another launch template, if I want to launch from that template, I can go with this source template file, right? For now I don't have any, so I'll leave it as blank. Now let me go to AMI. If you remember, whenever we are doing in the first step, whenever we are trying to create an EC2 instance, the first step would be select an Amazon machine image. So these AMIs are the AMIs created by Amazon or present in marketplace, right? So default configuration, what will the OS be, what are the softwares, default softwares in that particular machine and all, right? So all those details will be there in the AMI. This is another concept which we are going to learn soon. So for now I don't want to select anything here. I'll just select Ubuntu here because this is what we were selecting earlier also, right? Ubuntu, and this is the server which we have selected earlier also. So let me select the same Ubuntu server for now. And what is the instance type? If you remember, we have selected a machine which is T2 micro, which is a free tier eligible one, right? So T2.micro is the machine which I am going to use, and it says free tier eligible, and we are running in the same free tier account, so we are going to have free tier eligible EC2 machine only, right? Now if you remember, we have created a key pair login, my demo key pair. I can use the same key pair here, or I can leave it as blank if I don't want to launch, and I can create a new key pair later, or if I want to create a new key pair altogether, I can do it from here. For now I'll select my demo key pair, right? And VPC, for now keep it as it is, And security groups, we have discussed about security groups. These act as a firewall between the user and the server, right? So we have seen like different type of protocols are required to access different machines. Like if I want to access a web server, I'll have to go with HTTP protocol, and 80 is the port number. Like similarly, I have to go with SSH if I want to access a Linux machine or Unix machine through PuTTY, right? And the port number would be 22 and protocol would be SSH. So I'll select, I have kept it separately. Any reason behind it, right? There is a reason behind it, because I wanted to, I can add multiple security groups here. I wanted to differentiate. I can add all HTTP and SSH in the inbound rules in one security group itself. But to keep it separate, it is always advisable to keep it separate. It will be bifurcating easily, and whatever minimum access you can give it to that particular security group, you can give it. That way I kept it separately. Allow HTTP, allow SSH. Now we are good to go. Next, storage volumes. If I expand this, by default we have 8 GB of storage for an Ubuntu machine. And if you go for an Windows machine, it will be 30 GB, right? That is the minimum amount because of the software OS size. It is given as 8 GB for Ubuntu and 30 GB for Windows machine. So this will be similar. We don't do any changes here. I am not adding any new volume. This is called as EBS, Elastic Block Storage, or root volume, right? And the same things would apply here. Delete on termination, I kept it as yes. The same option which we have used in EC2 while creating an EC2 instance. And if I want to add any tags, I can add it. I am not doing anything here. Let me go to advanced details and see if I have to add anything. For now, I'll keep it as blank and I'll create a launch template. So I have given all the configuration steps which I used to use while creating an EC2 machine, right? Okay, let me click on this again. It's not going further. Something is wrong. Okay, let me see if I have missed out anything here. I have added machine, and I have added, okay, templates, one name template I have to add. Let me add it. I'll click it as my Ubuntu new machine. Okay, this is one tag which I have missed out. That is why it is not allowing me to go ahead. Let me click on create launch template. Now yes, it is successfully done. Let me go to view launch templates now. So in the launch templates, I have created a template for my Ubuntu EC2. So if I want to create an Ubuntu EC2, I will not go through the regular process of doing next till the end, all the 7 steps. I can avoid those by using launch template. It has the configuration related details. So this file will be in KBs only, and as it has only the settings kind of here, right? Now let me try to, okay, let me select this one first and then click on actions. Then I will say launch instance from template. So I'm not going to EC2 here to create an instance. Now I'm going to launch templates, and then in actions I'm clicking on launch instance from template. This is one way to do it. Okay, so let me do that. If you see, all the things are pre-populated now. My Ubuntu EC2, then default Ubuntu machine, number of instances is 1, the AMI selected is Ubuntu 18.04, and then T2 micro is the instance type which is selected here. Key pair is selected automatically. All the remaining settings like security groups and then key pairs, the storage volume, 8 GB of storage volume, everything is selected here. I need not take care of anything now. I'll just click on launch instance from template. So see how easy it is to launch an EC2 machine using a template, right? I'll just go to the instance and see how it looks like. Okay, and I'll verify whether all the details are run properly or not. Now it is running. Okay, so if I see this, I have a T2 micro instance type, and then it is an Ubuntu machine, right? It has all those details. It has the security groups allow HTTP, allow SSH, right? These two are added. The AMI ID is Ubuntu, right? All the details which you have given, the key pair, the security groups, everything is now matching. Now when I click on connect, I can see the username as Ubuntu, and then I will use this IP address. Let me try to log in with this. Okay, I'll say Ubuntu @ this IP address. Let me try to go to SSH, go to auth, browse, and then try to go with the key pair which I have already created. Now let me click on open. It says a new machine because we have created a new one, and now we are able to log into this particular machine. So simple way of creating an EC2 is to create a launch template, and then using the launch template you can go to actions, select this particular launch template ID, go to actions, and then click launch instance from template. You can see all the settings here at one place. If you want to do any changes, you can do it here, and then in one page you can have all the settings, then do a launch template from the instance, and you are good to go. So this is how we will be using launch templates going forward whenever we want to have a new EC2 machine created. That way we will reduce number of steps, and also this will be helpful whenever you want to have uniformity while creating an EC2 machine, right? This will be like a process which can be implemented. Like if I want to have EC2 machine with this configuration, I don't want to miss it manually by doing it manually. If there could be some manual errors while trying to do it manually. So instead of doing that, this will be like a process which can be used by anyone while creating an EC2 machine. If they want to go for Ubuntu, if they want to go for Windows, they can have separate templates for both, and then you can launch from there. That way these are very, very helpful. I know this is a very short topic. I think I assume that this topic is very clear to everyone. Thank you so much guys for watching this video. Let's meet in the next lecture. Thank you.